Hi everybody, hope you're well, hope you're keeping warm, dry. Difficult to know with this weather, isn't it? And the weather's been a bit of a defining feature for many of us for 2024. You know, the weather made a massive impact on our holidays this year. Through the beginning, you know, when it was colder months, we sort of kind of expected it was going to be a bit rubbish. But the summer, it did play massive havoc with you. So I can only sympathise with anybody who's had children whilst trying to camp in the British weather, and it's been a bit rubbish, hasn't it? Anyway, I thought I'd do an update video for you because it's been some weeks since the last update. In fact, the last update I gave you was I obviously announced to everybody that I had lost my mum. And since then, obviously, we've had her funeral. Just wanted to say a massive thank you, actually, to everybody who sent me messages, both publicly and privately. It really did mean an awful lot, and it was lovely to hear other people's stories about how they had lost parents as well. And I took great solace in that, in knowing that I wasn't alone, because it's very easy to isolate yourself and be quite selfish in thinking, it's all about me, it's only me that this has happened to. But clearly everybody loses their parents at some point in their lives, and it was lovely actually just to have some solace and some comfort and reassurance that these weird feelings that I was getting were completely normal. So huge thank you to everybody who messaged me. It really did mean a lot. Now, in between my mother passing and her funeral, we actually went away to Pembrey Sands. I didn't video any of it. I didn't record one bit of it. I think I took about 8 photos for the entire 8 days that we were there. It was something I absolutely needed to just unwind, completely do nothing. But I will say this, Pembrey Sands, oh my God, what a place that is. If you haven't been there and you would like to go there, I'll say this now, you should go there. What an incredible place. Very easy to get to, very straightforward. Do watch out for the 20-mile-an-hour signs though, because it goes between 30 and 20, 20 and 30, and our sat-nav couldn't keep up with what zone we were in at that point. But once you're there, you've got a country park literally on your doorstep. You've got a fantastic beach, absolutely gorgeous. We spent many a days just walking up and down the beaches. We had some friends that came over and spent some time with us, which was absolutely gorgeous. And we went to Tenby as well. Anyway, we're going back because we had such a lovely time there, and we know we didn't do the place justice and we wanted to explore more. So that'll be perhaps maybe next year we're going to go back there. Now, whilst I'm talking about next year, we've started to put down some plans because we're done for this year. Usually at this time of year, we like to go away one last time and then shut down for Christmas and then start again early New Year. But actually this year, we're quite happy to be done. I think we've done this caravan justice over the past 10 months. We've done a lot. We've done, I think it was 56 nights away. We've travelled just over 1,300 miles, and we've used this thing within an inch of its life. We've done very different things. We've done very different holidays, some of which you've seen. And we've really enjoyed ourselves with this caravan this year, and we don't feel guilty for not using it in October. The stone cold reality is that we just haven't got time now to go away from now until Christmas. We've got family coming over, and we're going to be socialising more with our friends as well. So that means that, well, quite frankly, we haven't got time to go on holiday, and we're okay with that. I mean, really, what is it, 6 weeks, 7 weeks until Christmas? Yeah, we're all right with not going away. We're going to start again in January, and so we've started to pen down some plans for next year, which I'll come on to in a different video. But needless to say, I think next year is going to be a good year because we're going to some very different locations, and we're actually going to be spanning different parts of the UK, which we've traditionally not really done before. So let's do that again in another video. I want to talk to you about the NEC Motorhome and Caravan Show. I've seen lots of people's videos, lots of inputs and lots of thoughts on the show, and I don't agree with everything that everybody said. I thought it was actually a really good year. I thought it was optimistic and quite vibrant, actually. I know footfall was down quite a bit, but still I thought it was quite a good show. Because I was a judge at the Caravan Motorhome Club, and I was judging for the design awards, I was able to go through all the caravans before the show, have a look in all of them, and get an understanding of what's out there at the moment. And then when the show actually opened, I was able to spend time looking at all of the accessories and all of the small stands around the perimeter. And one of those stands I have walked by consistently over the past 10 years and paid absolutely no attention to it whatsoever. It was shocked to me actually when I worked it out. It has been 10 years that I've been going to the show. Obviously COVID times we didn't go there, but I've consistently walked by and paid no attention to it other than, that looks pretty. And I'm referring to the Caravan Motorhome Club worldwide stand. This one here. For some reason this year my eyes perked up, my ears pricked up, and all of a sudden I found myself standing on the stand having a chat with a couple of the people on the stand. If you're unaware, like I was up until this point, of what the worldwide tours are, and I'm totally not reading this from the website, is there's a selection of independent, escorted and tailor-made tours in worldwide locations. Their locations include Canada, America, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia. There's lots of tailor-made or independent or escorted tours around those foreign countries. Now, my eyes and ears pricked up to this because next year, 2025, is a bit of a special year. It may or may not be a big birthday for me next year, but also it's our 10-year anniversary of this channel next year as well. And I was looking at that with the knowledge of, or with the expectation of, well, do you know what? Maybe this is something that Angela and I could do, a once in the lifetime opportunity to do something rather special. One of the reasons why I thought this would be good for us is, and I don't know if you can relate to this, but when we go away to very, very unfamiliar territories, I always feel guilty that we are not exploring the place in any way, shape or form. We're not doing the place justice. We've found ourselves caught out in a couple of locations where we have not gone to an attraction that we knew nothing about, which was literally on our doorstep, or we didn't go on a specific walk, or we were 200 yards short of seeing the amazing thing that we should have seen. I always find us in that scenario that we just haven't done the place justice. And the reason why I quite like the idea of an escorted or a planned tour is that somebody has done all the hard work for me. Somebody knows all the things that we should and shouldn't look at, because it's very easy for people to say, go and do this, and then actually it's a bit of a disappointment. But if somebody like a tour guide has actually gone out and done all the research in their local area because they know the area well, I'm more inclined to do that, because we're just taken from place to place, or we go under our own steam, take in the sights, take in the location, take in the, the attraction, whatever it may be. And I'm more inclined to do that. And that was one of the big things that when I was chatting to the guys on the stand, that was one of the big things I thought, oh, do you know what? This would be perfect, because I know nothing of New Zealand. I know absolutely 5/8 of stuff all about Canada, specifically where some of those tours would be. And I would think, you know what? This could actually be okay. It's like being ferried from one place to another, but actually you do it under your own steam. From my research, a lot of it is done in motorhomes, but there is a couple of caravan ones in New Zealand, hence the bookmark, because there is caravan related tours there. That might be the place that we go to. But that being said, I want to know from you guys, if you've ever taken part in any of this, if you've used it, if you've contemplated, or just your thoughts in general, please do me a huge favour, comment down below. I would be really interested to see your feedback, hear your thoughts, hear your opinions on the whole thing, because like I said, it's quite a lot of cash, but this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I'm going to come back and talk about this in a future video as well, if anybody does reply to these comments. In my research, by the way, I did find that there was a competition on the club website, which means you could win a trip to New Zealand. I'm going to put a link to that in the description below. I want to make it clear I'm not affiliated, endorsed or sponsored by the club at all. I'm just letting you know that there is a competition there which you can win a trip to New Zealand. I'll put a link to that in the description below. If you don't enter, you don't win. So you know what, give it a go, right? Whilst we're on the subject of giveaways and competitions, whilst I was at the NEC, I managed to buy 2 copies of the Caravan Handbook. I bought 2 copies, one for me and one for one of you. If you want to win that copy right there, put a comment down below in the description. No, not in the description, in the comments. Just put a comment down there, write anything you want. No, in fact, I'll tell you what, tell me about your favourite caravan holiday, or the favourite holiday that you want to participate. In fact, just tell me about your favourite holiday. Doesn't need to be caravanning, just let me know. I'll pick one of you at random and I'll give you details on how to get your shipping details over to me. I'll make it very, very clear that this will be a comment from the Trudgeons YouTube account. It'll be no other account, it'll be the Trudgeons account. Click on it, make sure it is me, because there's a lot of scammers out there right now. Yeah, so give it a go. So on the back of my last video where I did about winterizing for winter, funny enough, you noticed I took up the carpets here and I took them home because they were grubby. Well, by Jove, were they grubby? Are they grubby? But I've worked out a really cool technique of getting them really super clean. It's such a cool technique that I've decided to stop halfway through, and I'm going to film me cleaning the front carpet, which is nowhere near as bad as the middle carpet will be, but it's still a bit I'm going to show you the technique which I use for cleaning the carpets. It's really good, and you won't need a lot of equipment to do it. Obviously I use my spot cleaner or even the vacuum cleaner. Doesn't matter which one which, but I've worked out a routine because these carpets can be a bit stubborn to clean. So look out for that in the coming weeks. In fact, talking about future videos, I've got plenty of projects which I have done, and if you're wondering what the noise is, I'm charging the battery up here in the van because I'm running all the lights. But I've done plenty of projects here, and I'm going to release those over the winter months because they're project based and it's stuff that we can all do whilst it's a bit quieter and we're not using the caravan. But I've done lots of things here in the van, so I'm going to release those over the next few weeks. So there we go. That's it from me today. Many thanks for watching, everybody. Please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. If you can do all of that, then you'll see me in the next upload. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. I think I'm going to go home and have a cup of tea. Speak to you soon. Bye now.